Age of Sigmar, where we don't touch base to base. Hey fellas, can I join in your combat? Oh, look at that. They're in base. Oh, look at that. 3 inches away. He's in combat now. Oh, we need reinforcements. And I need to back you up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now you're in combat. You probably can't see the wing here, but there you go. They're in combat now. I know he's not part of 8th edition or fantasy. He's a flying hive tyrant, but hey, whatever. All right, so this is Vince Ventrilla's topic of the week. Top 5 things you love about Warhammer 8th edition. For me, I didn't get to play a whole lot of 8th edition. What it was I was living in North Carolina at the time. Had a great gaming group. You know, played a mixture of 40K and fantasy. You know, a lot more fantasy than, or a lot more 40K than fantasy, but you know, the guys were great. And the hobby store itself, unfortunately, closed not too long ago. But hey, they had a sale going on, like 40%. You know, clearance sale. Everything must go. And I was able to pick up a couple of models, especially for my Tyranid force here. You know, because I love paying $30 for a box of 12 Harmagants and Termagants that haven't been casted since 2004. You know, $30 for 12 guys. Yeah, that's really reflecting of the price. But enough of that. Let's talk top 5 things, or top 5 models in 8th edition I loved. For me, kind of biased. I love big things, so you're probably going to get a lot more love for big guys. So my number 5 is from the Wood Elf Army, and it is actually the Treeman. You know, the old Treeman, he was kind of like big and blocky. He was okay, you know, but you know, would I pay $50 for that? Not really, when I can just go out there and build one out of a toilet paper roll and a couple of plastic tubes and whatnot. But this guy, man, does he have just presence, you know. Now, yes, he's not played at all because, unfortunately, in 8th edition, cannons or sniper rifles and monstrous creatures will die to him unless you are the Hell Pit or a Frost Phoenix. So, but nonetheless, he is awesome. I'm on the fence of whether or not I'd want to pick up that model just for display. You know, I don't play Wood Elves, so, but I probably would, but it's not going to be anytime soon. So, but number 4, and I'm including some end time stuff as well because that's also part of 8th. But it's going to be Nagash. Nagash, much improved over his old model, and again, great presence. The swirling energy, him floating, all of his magical books. You can give him 2 different options. He can have his sword out, or he could have his staff and read a book. And, you know, and just great details, you know. That's the one thing about Games Workshop in the last 4 years is the detail level on plastic has just, it's a whole nother level. So, Nagash, I'd probably pick him up, you know. He's definitely, like, if you're just a painter and a modeler, he's definitely something you'd pick up. Number 3, for me, this guy, Carnosaur. I know, you would think number 1, you know, because I'm a dinosaur person, I love dinosaurs, but Yeah, no, I think the two other models ahead of him are better. But needless to say, I love it. You know, I think he could be maybe a little bit bigger. You know, I don't. You know, maybe taller or bulkier. But needless to say, he's great. You know, definitely awesome. I wish he had a little bit better posability instead of just being this one static pose. You know, I wish he could like move around a few of his parts, maybe his arms or his legs. You know, but needless to say, I do like it. It's a good pose. You know, I don't know about great, but it's definitely good, and you do have some great detailing that, you know, you can see right here the rib cages. You know, you can see the straps right here. So definitely a fun model. Need to paint them. I know. I don't know, just a little bit afraid about painting, you know, about screwing up. Still kind of a slow painter here. So, where are we on? Number 2. Of the big guys from 8th edition, Carl Franz on, I want to say it's Deathclaw. You don't see it in the game. I don't see, you know, from as competitive play. I'm just saying this purely as competitive. Maybe there are some people that have brought him out for that fun fluff game, but I just haven't seen him. And that's a shame. I think it's a beautiful model, and you know, the monster itself is great. You know, as far as size, I don't know if he'd be bigger than the Carnosaur here, but I think he's fantastic looking, and I would love to pick that up myself actually and paint him up. I think he's definitely a fun monster, and I don't think he gets nearly enough love, you know, for what he is. You know, and I think the other variants that you can do is you can kind of do like the one with the wizard, and it has 2 heads and everything. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think the 2-head version, you can definitely convert that into a Fate Weaver. You know, if you don't feel like, you know, buying the old model or a Forge World model. So, but now on to number 1. Number 1, in my opinion, from the end times, the Bloodthirster. Man, does that thing look great. Big, massive, very demonic. Got 3 different options with him, you know. You gotta love how the whip, I mean, again, credit to Games Workshop and the design studio and just the technology they have to have those different flails kind of like turning and everything. I know that thing's gotta be very delicate, you know, to transport, but fantastic looking, very evil in its presence. I love it. I do. And I'd pick him up. Hell, I'd start a Demon's Army just to have him. Yeah, a small Demon's Army, maybe a couple of Bloodletters and whatnot. So, but anyways, that's my top 5. So, of 8th edition, we're going to see what they come out with in Age of Sigmar. So, who knows? You know, we got a couple months. We'll see what new releases that come out. Who knows? Maybe a crossover game. You know, maybe we can finally get the epic battle, the Carnosaur against the Flying Hive Tyrant. You know, who would win? Yes. Who would win? For people who have already read the rules, you know what I'm illustrating here. The ridiculousness. You know, you can, if you have a Carnosaur, you can march him backwards because apparently we got 360 vision, and you know, he can poop on everybody in combat. Look at that. How appropriate is that? Age of Sigmar. Heck. Alright, see you in the next one. Bye.